Happy hump day, folks. Can you believe it's another Wednesday? It seems like literally just yesterday I was saying happy hump day before, just recently, like I swear hours ago. But yeah, it is another midway point. It is another midweek point. Hey, happy hump day to you. I'm your host, Matt Morgan. Thank you for joining me for episode 93 of Soapbox Daily. Today we're kind of a PSA, public service announcement. I don't know, kind of a battle type topic today. And it's something that's been bugging me for a while that I've witnessed personally, but also members of my family have. And just observing it, and this is what we're going to talk about today. So basically what we're talking today, we'll get into the show topic. We are talking today is why are medical needs for quality of life so expensive? Now I know that's a pretty vague title, but it'll explain a little further as we go into it. So why are medical needs for quality of life so expensive? And this is a broad spectrum topic title because I'm going to be covering a lot of different areas. But I think what was inspired was recently prices that I was told about by my parents and their needs in their older or senior years. So before I get into that, hey, how has your integrity been this week? How is your integrity today? Are you setting the positive example? Are you being the change the world needs? Only you would know, but hey, tomorrow's another day. Today's another day. Try to be the better person you can be. Evolve to be the best you can be. So let's get into today's topic. Now, as I mentioned, this was inspired by, I don't know, I was getting feedback from my parents, of course, on the prices. My dad needed new hearing aids. And when I was told the price of these hearing aids, I was just absolutely beside myself on the price of these things. I mean, we're talking upwards to $5,000 for a pair of hearing aids, which I think is absolutely ludicrous. And the only reason I say that is because I know technology. I work with technology. And I know for a fact that you can get audiovisual type equipment a lot cheaper than $5,000-$6,000 for something that just amplifies sound, which I think his prices were absolutely crazy. And the reason why his previous ones stopped working was, I think, because they got wet. And I'm like, are you kidding me? They got wet. I happen to have some jawbone type headphones I use for working out that frankly can get wet without issues. So why can hearing aids that cost $5,000-$6,000 not get wet? That doesn't make sense to me. It absolutely baffles me. Furthermore, hearing aids usually aren't covered by medical insurance, or maybe a portion of them is, but not the whole kit and caboodle. And that's really frustrating. And I think what pisses me off even more is the fact that a lot of this price gouging by these companies that make this stuff is directed towards senior citizens, which really annoys me because they work hard all their lives. And now what, they got to drop outrageous amounts of money on medical equipment for better quality of life because they have the money. So now you're going to gouge them. It's really, really frustrating. And I guess it brings me back to, I remember years ago when I first got my first sleep apnea machine. I remember the prices that they used to dictate on the prices of sleep apnea machines were upwards of $2,000-$3,000. And the only reason they priced that at that point was because the government and medical insurance covered the majority of it. And that's fine. I mean, I know it doesn't make it right or wrong, but it doesn't take it out of the working person's pocket. At least it's covered somewhere else, and it only costs us a couple $100. But sleep apnea is to keep you alive. I mean, you need the machine in order to keep you alive for better quality of life. Along the lines, as I mentioned about hearing aids, this price gouging is absolutely ridiculous. And it's quality of life, people. It's not luxury of life. It's quality of life. The ability to see, the ability to hear, the ability to breathe. I mean, this should not come at a huge price tag. And these companies that make these products should be ashamed of themselves. The only reason they're price gouging is because they have very little competition in their markets. So because of limited competition, it allows medical device companies to charge higher prices because of the lower threat of a competitor entering the market at a lower price, because they own a technology that is unique in the sense that it can't really be duplicated and they don't have much competition, which puts that price over on the people that are the working class, which really, really annoys me. So why do medical equipment have to be so expensive? Why not have a little empathy towards the necessity and the need for quality of life and helping people have better quality of life by making the prices reasonable that the working person can afford? And I've always been wondering about this from a marketing and sales perspective. You could sell something at $5,000 and sell one of them, or you can sell 100 at about a tenth of that price. Do the math. Okay, so one for $5,000 or 100 at say $500. what would make more sense? Because we all know the manufacturing cost of stuff does not cost that much. As much as you inflate the price, it doesn't cost that much. And people, honestly, these companies will give you the whole lines. Oh, it's because of research and developments and this and that and blah, 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 blah. They'll give you all the BS lines they want to try to convince you there's a reason why the prices are so expensive. I call bullshit. Yes, this is going to be rated E, obviously, for explicit. I call bullshit. There's no reason why these prices should be that expensive. Medical companies should stop being so greedy, especially towards our senior citizens. Cut them a break. They've worked hard all their lives. They've made it this far. Give them a better quality of life. I'm sorry, but medical equipment for quality of life and longevity of life should not be at a price gouge. I think that's absolutely pathetic, and companies should be ashamed of themselves. These companies should get charged if they inflate the prices beyond a reasonable amount that can be affordable. I think it's absolutely ludicrous. Somebody should look into this worldwide because, hey, life's short enough. Why not make life a little better? And to those companies that are price gouging, think about it. Remember my little saying, 1 for 5 or, 100 for 500. Think what's going to make you more money. And along the way, you're going to help out a lot of people, make their lives a little better. All right, folks. I know there's more medical equipment out there that I can cover, but, I'm trying to wrap this into a certain amount of time. Something to think about. I know big companies like to gouge because they don't care about the little people. They don't. As much as they give you the speech and that they want to improve their lives, they're just looking at the bottom line. And like I've always said, greed and money, not a good thing. We need to get rid of it on this planet. We need to get rid of it. No more money. So we get rid of greed. We can get rid of all these people that are doing this unspeakable stuff because of the bottom line of, the almighty buck. But hey, hopefully tomorrow, hopefully in the near future, we can change this and everybody can be provided everything for free because we don't have a profit point. We're just doing it to make the world a better place and make everybody's lives better. Here's hoping. Hey, I'm your host, Matt Morgan. I'm going to wrap this up for today. Happy hump day. Tonight, this evening, yes, I can actually tell you for our long format show of Get Off My Soapbox, this evening, our topic, I'm going to keep you in suspense here just a little, okay. Tonight's topic for Get Off My Soapbox, for those that are going to tune in, is why you should never meet your heroes. That's for tonight's topic of Get Off My Soapbox. For today of Soapbox Daily and our show of medical prices, hey, I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you have an amazing day moving forward. Have an amazing hump day. Keep your integrity in check, and I will see you next episode.